This
Give me a 15-second burst now. Lay it all down.
is Joey Adams. Joey is an exercise scientist who, along with his vast knowledge of how the human body works, is also applying fitness testing that was once only available to the highest levels of elite athletes. With his equipment and by running a series of tests, Joey can give you an accurate picture of how your body works, which is just fun to know, but the real benefit comes when you apply it to your physical fitness, but we'll get to that. First, let's start with the first test, also known as the resting metabolic rate test, or...
And it's really the sit and breathe test for about 10, 15, 20 minutes.
And that's basically what you do. Sit with a heart rate monitor and an airtight and, to be perfectly honest, not terribly comfortable face mask, which provides you with the air you need to, live. But at the same time, that mask is hooked up to a computer that analyzes the mix of oxygen and carbon dioxide that's coming out of your lungs, and through the magic of science, gives you an idea of how many calories you burn in an average day, and that's where it got interesting for me.
My hunch is that your body is right now screaming for food.
Yeah, it turns out that me, Captain works out way too much at the gym, is actually not eating enough food. In turn, I'm slowly killing my metabolism, which is hurting my ability to burn calories.
That's the funny thing, is that when we go into caloric restriction, which so many diet programs recommend, it turns down our thermostat. Where food, in a plentiful sense, helps turn up our thermostat. You couple that with the right intensity and intensities of exercise, woo, you now have a system that's well fed and well fueled.
All right, so the resting metabolic rate test is done. Right now we're getting warmed up for stage 2 of the testing, and let's just say things get just a touch more interesting at this point. And that means...
Sir?
Yay, the mask is back.
This test will give Joey a final and more concise picture of where my metabolism is, along with how efficiently I use oxygen in my body, or my VO2 level. This is a good indicator of lung health and what my current physical potential is, at least on the aerobic level. Finally, the test was over, and Joey's hunch was confirmed.
These two numbers are low. You're calorically suppressed. How many hours of sleep do you average?
Gina Gibbs is 22 years old, and she thinks she may have a problem. Or at least she thinks her metabolism does.
Everybody's always like, oh, your metabolism
Burning off a lot of CO2, and then the oxygen consumption is also
Now,
going.
she's doing her best to fight this by hitting the gym Monday through Friday, and when she's there, it's all work, no play.
15 minutes cardio to warm up, do your whole workout for the day, either if it's like abs, arms, legs, back, and then I do about 45 minutes of cardio after.
But by the time Joey had finished with Gina's resting metabolic testing, we found out that Gina's metabolism was just fine, thank you. In fact,
We've got you up to near 3,000 calories a day that you've got to consume, which is a prodigious amount of calories because you've been probably drilled since your teens that 1,500 calories a day, 2,000 calories a day. It doesn't add up.
Joey hit the nail on the head. Gina says her eating habits are a result of the stereotypes that were forced on her from the time she was just a little girl.
That's why boys eat so much and boys are so hungry. But then they turn around and they're like, oh, girls can't eat that. You're going to get fat. You can't eat that ice cream. That's what you get told. And then you get into this, type of, oh, I have to eat fruit and I have to eat vegetables and I have to eat chicken. That's it.
The media and the rest of our society take some of the blame as well.
The media perpetuates that we all, as you said, should have six-pack abs. Well, you know what? That's available to about 1% of the population genetically. The rest of us should just be learning to be comfortable in the bodies that we were given.
Or as Peyton Manning says, maybe you should, just buy some bigger shirts. Seriously though, the aerobic testing confirmed what Joey believed about Gina needing more food. Something else that was equally as surprising is the fact that the harder you work out, the less fat you burn. Think of it on a scale of 1 to 10. At 3 or 4, you may be barely jogging, but it's still very easy to breathe normally. At 8,
Alright, let's squeeze that game face on now.
well, you get the point. Turns out that you burn way more fat at that 3-4 level. Huh, go figure. Joey says the path to good health has little to do with fad diets or overexertion, and almost everything to do with common sense.
Eat sensibly, eat well, eat balanced, and then replace some of those calories that you may have overconsumed with sensible exercise. And slowly, just like landing a plane like a commercial airliner, you're going to land that thing down to a weight that makes sense for you.